Welcome back, my student. I shall be right with you. Here it is, cold iron ore. The ore is not native to Tana. In our last lesson, we learned about Emberfall Bay. Cold iron ore is quite literally the remnants of that cosmic weapon. Hard to locate and even harder to refine, items made of cold iron always share a few properties, but we shall get to those. Once it may have been found lying about the scorched remains of Western Wormhaven, but today it is quite rare. Occasionally a fishing vessel will haul in a chunk with their catch, or a swimmer will stumble upon the ice-blue stone. But it becomes more and more clear that what remains to be found is in Emberfall Bay. And the bay is deep. Accounts from divers claim that sunlight cannot penetrate the deepest reaches. A bit of magic is all that's needed to reveal a crag-filled rocky bottom, and hidden deep in those dark crevices, the last of the ore lies. But the bay holds more than ore in the caves lining its bottom. Deadly creatures lurk silently for an unwary swimmer. And there are reports going back centuries of people becoming mesmerized by the bay itself and walking into the waves, never to be seen again. Once a citizen of Solaris who had been missing for 30 years was dragged from the waters by sailors, and the rumors state he had become a creature of the sea, no longer able to breathe air. So like all things both rare and dangerous to obtain, the ore commands a high price in Solaris, and even higher abroad. But the ore is just the first ingredient required for refinement. It must be smelted in a blessed forge, quenched with the waters of Emberfall Bay, the steel polished with the leaves of a holly bush. And the coals of the forge must be made of a tree struck by lightning. If all these conditions are met, what comes out is cold iron. Visually stunning, the new steel resembles blue marble with streaks of bright blue lightning throughout. A cold cloud of mist exudes from the steel and is the defining feature of items made from it. For most, weapons made of cold iron are no more dangerous than those made of traditional metals, but to the Fae, even holding a small piece is agony. Wounds cut deeper and hurt more when a Fae is the victim. But even that is not the worst this mystic metal does to folk of the Sylvan Bend. It is a well-kept secret. Fae who find an end to their lives away from the Feywild or Shadowfell spend a month transferring their spirits to new bodies in their home plane. But not so for those unfortunate enough to fall to cold iron. So long as the cold iron remains in contact with the deceased, it locks their souls within their corpses, where they shall suffer in silent torment. The moral implications of its construction and usage are murky at best. The Fae, while abundant on Tana, are not of this world, and many are not particularly friendly. In the past, items of cold steel were fairly abundant in Wormhaven, but despite being the kingdom of its origin, not many items are known to remain here. A few gem-quality pieces in the circlet of Summer Coronet of Solaris, a sword buried in the tomb of the previous Lord Captain of the Brotherhood of the Platinum Flame, and a few arrows passed down from ranger to ranger in the Radiant Woodlands. With recent reports coming from within the Senate about the Unseelie Court's growing presence in Wormhaven, I do wonder if more ore needs to be found. But that is beyond the scope of this lesson. For now, you are dismissed, my student. In our next lesson, we will discuss what might be the most important part of Tana's lore, the Divine Gate. Get your rest and be prepared. Go now and return.